Renato Capozzi from Napoli to present his lecture, Eastern Naples Gateway.
Thank you. Good afternoon to everybody. I want to thank for invitation, and this is the last presentation, I think, but for not boring you, I'm very short in my presentation. I write my essay, you can read on the proceedings. The presentation regards a project research we have dealing in a particular occasion of this international workshop promoted by Technische Universität of Dortmund 2 years ago, and the teams, the 10 International Spring Academy, and the themes of the workshops and summer school is the gate of the city, the entrance of the city. These are really important urban themes. What is the door? What is the entrance of the city without the city walls? No? Krakow have the city walls is more clear, and a lot of city has the city walls has disappeared, has demolished, and now what is the possibility to define through the architecture body, through architecture forms, not with advice. This is the entrance, no. Through the architecture, a new clear entrance to the city. This work is, in a sense, is a work on the typology of the urban facts. What is the entrance? We have a lot of possibility to develop these themes. I don't read the image in the screen, but okay, I go look this one. We have a lot of possibility. We have an entrance with two parallel, for example, obviously, two parallel buildings or two buildings that define in a way a door, big doors, or try to work on different kind of body, linear body and punctual body. No, it's a way, it's not a conventional way to define the door in the city. And we have followed this possibility, the third one. We have some examples in Barcelona, what is the door, and what maybe can be the door, one of the doors of Naples from the southeast side of the city. Naples is an image of Enlightenment periods. It was very strong city, determined by the landscape, by the shape of the soil, very impressive. With the Vesuvius Mountains, you can see in this image, and we have a sort of crown of hills around the Gulf, and we have the possibility to recognize some big world building, no? In a way, very important monuments, huge monuments. First, you can see in this image is Albergo dei Poveri, 300 meters long, and we have in the second front, we can see a linear building along the coastline. We work on this possibility. We use a lot the historical map of the city when we have to define a proposal for the city. It's very important according to us. This is one important maps, Duca di Noia in 1775, I think. Yes, 1775 year. And in the area we worked, there is no more than field, a little church, and the coastline, and the swimming coastline. But at the 1872, we recognized the presence of this marvelous big building, 550 meters long. Very important because define from the southeast of the part of the city the main entrance to the capital of the realm of Two Sicily. And it's interesting also, you can see the relation of this linear building very long with the church we have in another front of the street. Very important dense point, no? We have a long linear building and the church has a point of tension between these two elements. And this is the image in the 1943, in the last war. Okay, this building was destroyed by bomb, but not only by bomb, and we can see here a zoom with the relation between the very dense construction of the building is a wall system with the arcade and the church in the front, in the middle of the palazzo or quartiere. Quartiere is a settlement, no? Palazzo is a building, settlement, but it's the same name, dei Granili. The front and the section of the building, very huge building, and some historical view. This is the one of the pictures really of last century. And this is the relevant presence of the Granili building in the landscape of Naples. Okay, the building was destroyed by the bomb, but not only by the bomb, because it's a very problem of a lot of person that lives inside the building. The building is not for dwelling, is a recovery of grain, and after for military utilities. But we start with the two possibilities in our idea is try to rebuild this important relation that define the limits from the city and the harbor in a way, but in the same time define the main entrance to the city. We have two solutions, and I will show you both of them. And in a way, the scientific effort is then the comparison of these two possibilities. For the same problem, we have a lot of possibility. This is a possibility more linked to the previous building in a way. In a way, is the proposal not to rebuild the building, obviously, but the syntax of the building is quite the same in a way, with some variation. We can see, in a way, the possibility to use the typological upset of the building to define a building defined by parts in a sort of repetition of a single part, but homogeneous in a way, that define two main courtyards, a courtyard in front of the city and courtyard in front of the sea and the harbor. Some sketch that, in a way, try to explain this one. The shape of the entrance, one of the orthogonal body for the services for the vertical connection can be in a way, can be a new tower that have the corresponding tower in the other side of the street and defining in that way the entrances. This drawing explain, I think, what the aims. I use the same, in a way, the same length of the building, and I find a sort of a partition of the building to define some orthogonal connection between the city and the port and the harbor. The plano volumetric, one of these arms change and define the doors. Axonometry view for explain this possibility. The view starting from out of the city, looking inside the city, and the other vision from the city to Vesuvius. You can see. The second one. I prefer the second one, but not important, no? It's a question of comparison. The second one is more and more linked to the previous, to the ancient building. The project of Granilli is by very important architect, Ferdinando Fuga, is a Florence and the Roman architect, well known in Italy. And in this kind of proposal, in a way, is a works of abstraction of the sense and the rules that this longer building can be nowadays works for the city. The condition of the linear is maintaining, very important for us, but it is suspended to allow the relation between the city and the harbors. And we have another kind of coagulation of tower and platform, a sort of plinth, no? German word, plinth, to define the other side of the street. A lot of drawing to explain in what sense it's possible to build a big beam, a big suspended beam with some hits, some foot that touch the ground. A lot of sketching to find the right position of transversal building and the proportion between the very long body of the new Granilli and the parts that define the relation with the street orthogonally. The problem of construction, very hard to build a building of 550 meters. The length is the same, but we think that is adequate to the problem and the dimension of the harbors. This is a view from the plateau of the plinth, and we can see the building in outside of the street. This is this interesting work to define a platform with some, in a sort of archipelagos, a sort of you can see natura morta, no, in Italy, but the term is still alive, no, still alive, still alive or morta, is dead or alive. It's very interesting because what is still alive in picture is a table with some object, fruit, but not fruit only, bottle, glass. The relation between this object on the table is the characteristic of this kind of composition. I want to underline the dimension. We have the problem of proportion, but we have a problem of construction, obviously, no? Because there is few foot of this building, few pillars that is able to suspend the building. one details the section and the other points together, the other points in other sketching, but it's not important. And this, in a way, is the aims, or the idea to define, in a way, a sort of framework, in which framework the hill, Sant'Elmo Hill, is very important in Naples because it's the first elements we can see from a fair distance to profile of the city, in a way is framed. The same drawing, the ancient map, the new building is the same, really the same, is not divided in this case. Axonometry. From the east part of the city to the city, but we can see the sea at this level, and the end image. And I want to thank you for attention.